what the hell happens in that moment where it's like, I know how to do it. I can do it on the practice range. I can do it just chipping around a putting green. But what happens when the pressure's on and like, I need to execute on this shot? Why does my brain just wipe away all the things that I think I know and put the worst thought in my head where it's like, this isn't happening?
So when those thoughts pop up in that moment, it's just like total crushing. Negative thoughts, doubts, fears, embarrassment.
The last thing that pops in my head before I make contact is, there's no way you can pull this off. There's no way.
And so you prove yourself right.
It's immediate, and I can't control that thought. I don't know, I can't get it out.
No, but you can't control thought. Ever. You can never control thought. Think about thought like an air traffic controller. They're looking at a radar, right? And if we're hanging out in Topeka, Kansas, and there's no threats around there, there's no thunderstorms, that radar is pretty simple, right? But if we're sitting out in a war-torn area or we're in New York City where there's a lot of traffic, that radar's on high alert and it's constantly looking for threat. So what happens is the mind, when you get in that uncomfortable situation, it's pulling on that automatically of, oh, don't screw up. Don't fuck this up. And so now that radar goes boom. It goes to DEFCON whatever and is now identifying every threat that's out there. More than likely, watching you in New Orleans, your process into the ball shit. Okay, because you're a fast thinker, you're a drummer, you want to move, you want to go, you want to hurry up and get into it. So under pressure, you go faster. You want to hurry up and get that wedge. Hurry up, I'm good, I'm excited, let's go, I can do this. But it's garbage in, garbage out. And me not being a technical coach, so everybody who's going to comment about your technique, I don't care.
Right.
You are who you are. So what I'd rather you do now, let's work on tempo. I can work on that. So let's take an 8-iron. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to knock over a couple balls. What I want you to do is I want you to step into each ball. And I want you to have a process where the tempo back here is going to match the tempo that you want to swing it with. So instead of rush, because you pull and rake, which is only going to increase your tempo. So I'd rather you do just come back here and be like, oh, I'm aiming at those two. Remember we talked about calling our shot? I'm going to aim at those two windows down there. And then I'm just going to step in with a little bit of more of a slower walk in.
I like that. Okay. So we're starting the tempo back here.
Correct.
So pick a target.
Yep, and now we're still working on technique. So right now we're working on tempo. I really don't care where the ball goes.
Okay.
I'm really working on this process. Okay, better. Like I said, I do not care. It's hard to be technical focused and outcome focused.
I can execute a fill, I can play to a song, I can do everything. I've played drums my whole life. My tempo has always been a problem.
So you're a fast twitch guy. You move, you go quick, you think quick. That's why you do what you do. That's why you're good at it. You're very creative in the way you do things. So why don't we tap into that versus trying to make you somebody who wears knickers to the golf course? Like, that's just not who you are. I would look at your rhythm as naturally who you are and trying to figure that out. And we'll play with it on the range a little bit to kind of give you a pre-shot process.
I'm walking real slow up to this ball.
Good. Attaboy. Now, if you want to slow down your tempo a little bit more naturally without having to do it over your swing, add a little soft waggle. So your waggles are fast because you're a fast twitch guy, but I would maybe pull one that just kind of pulls to here and then is slower back in and then go. Go come back here and start again. We're gonna do it right every time. Okay, slow walk in. There you go. Ah,
I mean,
money.
dude, everything felt great about that.
Isn't
My
that good?
arms felt good. They felt loose.
Yeah. See, you're not in a hurry to mess up.
So this is where I'm gonna start getting frustrated, though. I gotta do this every single time.
Correct, and this is not who you are.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to come back here and look at the shot.
But see, this is one. So from a pitching and chipping standpoint, once you kind of have your target, take a couple practice swings and step behind the ball. Now step behind. I want you to see it land at that tee. Now don't be in a hurry. Same thing with the waggle. Pretty good right there, though.
It was pretty good. I will say the process makes you think about the shot more.
I want one thought going in. You've complained about having too many thoughts flood. So instead of getting rid of those, let's get you one that really rolls.
Process helps me be like, I'm about to hit a golf shot.
Correct. That's why you're out there, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't like players to have regret. If you hit a bad shot, so be it. Just don't regret the fact that your process sucked. Nice. Go in. Better.
Went in the hole.
You like that one, didn't you?
We're getting somewhere right now.
We're working.
We are working.
Misread or mispush? Or no idea?
No idea.
Yeah, Jesus. Gotta have a process. Got to have a process.
Bogey.
Ball's not just gonna go into where it thinks it needs to go into. Most of the time, I think your intention is pretty bad going into shots. When you're hitting around a tree, you have a very clear purpose and intention. That's easy. When you're trying to hit a shot, you're just hoping it goes there, and hope is a terrible strategy. It's terrible, because you really don't believe you can do it.
Now I'm in the worst spot on the golf course.
Now we get to see your other action.
60 degree.
Okay. Where you want to land it?
Right on the green, right in the front of the green.
Like right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where are you standing right now?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'll get out of the way. Attaboy.
That's nuts.
Attaboy.
That's an insane fucking chip. Hey. All right.
Was that good?
That felt awesome. Look at this fucking shot. This will be a good one.
So here's a hint. Walk up there and go look and see where you want to hit it.
Good point. All right, so like the ideal shot would be to hit it like right over this hill and have it trickle down, but should I not mess with that and just hit it to the middle of the green?
What, on a scale of 1 to 10, how hard is the shot, the ideal shot?
9.
Okay, then let's go a little bit to the left of it.
And I don't know, all right.
Stop! Process! Where do you want to hit this?
I want to hit this just to the left of the
Okay.
pin.
Don't be in a hurry to fuck up. Beautiful. You'll take that, won't you?
Oh yeah.
There you go. See,
You
process
slowed me down.
Your process sucks. I mean, you're so fast twitching, so wanting to go. It's awesome. Makes you great. But God, you're killing yourself.
Oh my God, that was as clear as day. That's the shot right there. I'd skull it into the bunker and then, but you stopped me. I took my time, I hit it right
the
where I
shot
wanted
that
to.
got you, that's not the hard shot. It's the shot that you hit from back there that was the problem. So don't compound it. Double bogeys come from compounding mistakes. I want you to make some pars. Attaboy.
That's gonna help me minimize 3 putts.
Yeah, you think?
Big time.
So focus runs like a funnel, okay? Good focus. And throughout your consciousness, you have all kinds of thoughts that are going all over the place. Yours is probably a little bit like that, okay, which is fine, okay? And imagine that there's a filter here, okay? Something has to come in that filter before a shot and come down into the funnel to lead to a result, okay? Well, the first step is what what we consider is kind of like awareness, okay? Awareness, what's going on? We're in the middle of a fairway, you have 118 to a front pin, okay. Then that leads to a strategy. Where do I want to hit it? How do I want to get it there? Which then usually will visualize. So that's why I have you verbalize a shot. So that's ideal. It's wide to narrow. But when we get in trouble, what you've been is your funnel's been upside down, okay? So that same level of thought's going through here, and a negative thought, a negative, like something bad right here, grabs it and flips it over, and that awareness is like, uh-oh, we got danger. All right, well, your strategy then starts falling apart because your whole strategy is how to avoid that danger. And then by the time you get over the ball for the execution phase, you got 400 thoughts in your head. So we've got to flip our funnel.
Let's flip that funnel, baby. Vibes are just, for me, they couldn't be higher. I mean, I'm a very emotional guy. I like to get all swept up in the moment, and I really think we did something here today.
But what you've done so well is you've learned how to minimize your mistakes. You've put the ball back in play. You've given yourself shots. You've had 1 or 2 little screw-ups because your process broke down, not because you're broken and not because you suck, because of the things that you focused on. We fixed that, and now you're playing some really good golf. So we're going to finish strong on 18.
Got a little lucky here in front of the bunker. It's all about the process here. Let's finish up strong. You always want me to find a spot where I'm landing it. And we're going to use the pitching wedge. I just think that this minimizes my mistakes. I'm not going to chunk it right here. I'm not going to blade it into the water. Now the only thing is I got to find the spot to land it, and we're going to land it like right here. Yeah. We're just going to run it through this stuff, It's just like a putting stroke. Find our spot, come through, let's finish strong today. Go in, go in. So this is what I'm talking about. This guy has dialed me into the point where I'm making decisions that are gonna minimize my mistakes and they're gonna maximize my chance at tap-in pars, tap-in putts. I don't have to worry about it, I don't have to stress about it. It's just a nice putting stroke. How many times have you watching at home have said, why the fuck is this guy using 60 degrees all around the greens? Just use a pitching wedge, take a putting stroke and just get it close to the hole.
Minimize errors, let's enhance your strengths, let's see what we're gonna do, let's be clear of what we wanna do, and stop trying to think you're fucking broken. You ain't broken, brother.